Hello, welcome back to Cracking the Cryptic, and today we're going to have a look at a puzzle called Dots and Blocks by Halen Mackenzie, who sent it to us as their first puzzle. The only thing I know about Halen is the NZ in their name happens to apply to their country as well, so Halen's a Kiwi. And now, the title's a bit misleading now because there are lots of dots in the puzzle, but there are no blocks. When Halen sent it to us, it had some minimum and maximum cells. The testers told me that not only did they complicate the rule set, they did so unnecessarily, and they're not actually needed in the solve path or the final solution. So they're gone. I hope Halen doesn't mind. But the puzzle is still very approachable and a very good introduction to Domino Sudoku with its dots and V's and X's, and therefore a brilliant opportunity to recommend our app of Domino Sudoku. If you go to the apps link in the description field, one of those apps is Domino Sudoku, and we're very proud of all of them, but we're certainly very proud of the Domino one. It's got some great puzzles by some of the greatest names, which involve Kropki dots, black and white dots, V's, X's, every time. Some of those are in each puzzle. It's well worth a go, especially if you enjoy doing this one, which is, as I say, an introduction. We'll learn, I hope, some of the techniques for doing domino puzzles today. And thanks to Halen for the puzzle that allows us to do that. Now, in that description field, you will also find your way to our merchandise, Sven's SUDOKU PAD, and Patreon, where every month there's a monthly reward. January's was all the fun of the fair. There are sometimes Simon doing very long videos. There can be other treats on Patreon. My difficult crossword solve every month at least. Solution videos to the monthly rewards, and sometimes other stuff too. It's well worth joining that little club of people. And we would welcome you if you did so. Now, there's also, of course, loads going on around the channel. Our books, Cracking the Cryptic's Greatest Hits 1 and 2 and the Fog of War ebook. There's streaming that we regularly do. Just engage with the channel. We will teach you today, though, about Domino Sudoku. And I will do that by going through the rules of Halen's puzzle. Dots and blocks. So we've got normal Sudoku rules apply. So in every row, we'll be putting the numbers 1 to 9, and in every column, and in every box. Now, of course, there are no numbers in the grid to help us. There are dots and X's and V's instead. Digits separated by a white dot have a difference of 1, so they must be consecutive digits in this domino. Cells separated by a black dot have digits in a 1 to 2 ratio, so you could have 1 and 2 in there, or 4 and 8, perhaps. One of them is half of the other. And cells separated by a V, those two add up to 5. Those separated by an X add up to 10. And that's it. That's all we need now in this puzzle. Give it a try. Very approachable. I am going to start now. So let's get cracking. Now, my normal advice, if you get quite a lot of look for the clusters of clues, and I mean, we've got quite a lot of cells kind of joined together by clues over here. All of those are joined in some way. But also look for black dot sequences, although be careful. A sequence is what I'm thinking of as 3 cells joined together, but although those 3 cells are joined together by black dots, they're not really a sequence, and that's because those 2 digits can be the same. They don't contradict Sudoku rules at all to be the same. And therefore, this isn't really a sequence. However, it is a black dot, especially on this domino, falling amongst a lot of white dots. And that V, right, every cell on a V has to be 1, 2, 3, or 4, because they have to add up to 5 with another digit. Right, okay, here's a way of approaching this. This cell is a black dot cell. It's on a black dot. There are 3 Sudoku digits that cannot be on black dots. 5, 7 and 9 never appear on a black dot, and that is because they don't have Sudoku numbers that can be double or half of them. So the only digits that can be here are 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 and 8. Now I'll tell you why this can't be an 8. Because this is a white dot sequence. Now, I mentioned sequences for black dots. Where the cells can all see each other on white dots, you have to keep ascending or descending one at a time. You can imagine that if there was, say, a 6 in this cell, then the cells either side of it would have to be the numbers 5 and 7. And that would form a sequence going one way or the other. Now, 8 cannot get to 4 within 2 steps of consecutive digits. So 8 has been ruled out. 6 could get to 4 only. 6, 5, 4, 3 there. That does seem to work. So let's forget 6. Now, 1 cannot sit in this cell. And that's for a reason that I learnt the hard way once doing a theoretical, genuinely approachable Sudoku puzzle. I didn't reason that 1 can never be in a cell on 2 dots in a row or a column, but it can't. And the reason is any dot 1 is on, the digit next to it has to be 2, either consecutive or double. And if you put 1 there, both of those would have to be 2, so that doesn't work. Now, 2 can obviously go up 2, 3, 4 and be legal here. But what would go on this side of the 2? We couldn't have another 4, and we couldn't put a 1 here because, again, it would be amongst too many dots. It would have to always link to 2. So that's not a 2. Now 3 can't be here because that would be 6 in this black cell. And that can't link to 1, 2, 3 or 4 on the dot. So that's not 3. So we're down to 4 or 6. Now, which one of those do you think it is? And can we tell? 6 still seems to work to me. Oh my goodness. This is lovely, actually. 4 does not work here. See if you can work out why. It's for a slightly complicated reason. It's not really. It's relatively simple, but there is a nice way of expressing the reason. So if this was a 4 in the cell we've been focusing on, this cell on the black dot could either be 8 or 2. Now 8 doesn't work on this white dot because it's nowhere near close enough to 1, 2, 3 or 4 to be consecutive. However, 2 would appear to work, but there's a problem because you'd have put 4 and 2 in this box. Now a V always needs an even digit. It needs 1 even and 1 odd. It's either 1, 4 with 4 as the even digit or 3, 2 with 2 as the even digit. If you've put 4 and 2 in there, you've got none left for this V. So that is not a 4. That is a 6. This is a 3. That's a 3. That immediately tells us that these V's are not 2, 3 pairs. They're 1, 4s. We've got a white dot. Oh, we've got loads going on because we worked this out earlier. 6 must go down to 5 and 4. We can do that V and that X. This is 2. Yes, this is a sequence here. So it must ascend all the way up. 2, 3, 4, 5. And this is a 2 to join those together. And now we've done this whole... Oh, no, we've done... I think I may have... overreached in what I claimed was all joined together before. But we've done... Oh no, we've got this to do. Well, that can't be 5, and that's a 7. We've done all of those connected cells. We're left with an 8, 9 pair in box 6. Now, let's look along here. We've got 1, 7, 8 and 9. But this digit is in the middle of a sequence. So it can't be 1 or 9. This is a sequence either running up or down. Well, 7 or 8 there, what can that join to below it? Not 6 or 7 according to the row. So 8 or 9 there, and then this is a sequence running downwards as we go up the grid, and we have either 7 or 6 at the top. Don't know about those. Let's do... this digit is easy. We've got 2, 3 and 4 looking at that cell. That becomes a 1. That's a 4. This is, well... It's not a 5 because it's on a black dot, and we said 5 is one of the digits that doesn't go on a black dot. So that's a 3, 6 there. Then we can't go down 6, 5, 4 because 4 would clash, actually 5 would clash. That's a 7, that's an 8. We've got 2, 5 and 9 still to put in the box. That must be a 9, it sees the 2 and the 5. This is a 2, 5 pair. What did we say can't go on a black dot a moment ago? 5 can't. So that's 2, that's 5. This is now 1 or 4. So this is 1 or 4. The 2 doesn't actually decide which way round they go. Oh, that's weird. I can fill in this digit and I still don't know how this domino resolves. So 1 can only be next to 2. 4 can be next to 2 here, but it can also be next to 8. But it won't be here where 8's already done in the row. So that's a 2, but I didn't get this domino resolved, which feels a bit weird. Now, I've got a 6, 8 pair up there. That's a 5, 7, 9 triple. This must have been done. Yes, 9 and 8 are done there. Ah, now look at this white dot. Here's another useful technique in Domino Sudoku, and this applies to white dots. They must have one odd and one even digit because the difference of 1 necessitates that. This white dot, its even digit cannot be 2, which already appears in the column, or 4 or 6. So its white dot is, its even digit, is 8. And that goes with either 7 or 9. 5 is in one of these cells now. This has to be odd now because it sees all the even digits. 8 is definitely in one of those cells. Actually, it looks like it's also definitely in one of those. But this is odd, and it's not 1, 5, or 9. It's 3 or 7. And it has to attach to even that isn't 4, 6, or 8. So that's 2. That's quite straightforward when you do the parity business. This is where 1 goes in the box. This is 8 or 9, so that becomes a 7, that's 6, that's 8, that's 9. Central box, finito. 5 and 4, no. Okay, what about this X? Yes, good place to go. The X cannot have a 2, a 3, or a 9 on it. Now, can you think of the X pairs? They're 1, 9 makes 10, 2, 7, 2, 8, 3, 7. They're all ruled out by these cells. So this is the other alternative. This is 4, 6. Now on the black dot, 2 and 8 have gone in this row, so that can't be a 4. That's a 6. That's a 4. This is 3 in the corner. That's 3 in the corner. That's 3 in the spot. Light proving its position. And that 3 means this must be a 5 on the white dot. Now, do we know what this is? No. 9, 1 or 2, 8, I reckon. Bottom row. Right, this is a 9. It sees 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8. And it also sees that 1, 4 pair in the box, so it's a 9. This is 1, that's 4. We've unwound the V. The bottom row's all done. That can't be a 9. This is an 8, 7 pair. We can put in 5 here. 3 there, because I can see that 6 looking down. 6 there. Oh, the white dot would have done that for me. This must be a 2, since it can't be 4. That's an 8. Then we've got 7 and 9 to go in here. So this must be even. It's sitting on a white dot with an odd digit. It can't be 2, 8, or 4. We know it is 6, therefore. And that's, we're very close to, well, certainly finishing the bottom 6 rows. Maybe that won't instantly fill up the top 3, but this has been very approachable. This is a 4, 7 pair, yes, and okay, that seems reasonable. So here's an instance where we do get a repeat digit in what otherwise looked like a sequence, but once you've crossed a box boundary, maybe not. That's a 2, 4 pair. This is a 5, 9 pair. This is a 3, 7, 8 triple. This is a 3, 4, 6 triple, and therefore on the black dot we have 3 and 6. That's a 4. Now, what about this white dot? Right, we can't have a 1 there because we can't put 2 here for multiple reasons. So that's an 8, that's a 7. 1 and 5 still to go. This is 1. Yes, that has become done. That's an 8. This must be 9 because I see a 5 at the bottom of the grid. Now we can maybe reduce everything to pairs in the top 2 rows, and then we'll be able to finish them off using the dots, although that's not that helpful. This is done. That's done. Oh, yeah, okay. This is even. Yes, you've learnt this, and I've had to re-remember it. This is even on a white dot. So this, what's its parity? It has to be odd. So I don't know that the others all get done. Especially, no, they don't. Now we get that 6. We're going to just use this 3 and 6 to look along the rows, because I don't think the other the other markings, the other dots, V's, are going to be useful, especially not once this becomes an 8, as it does once that's a 6, because that white dot is now doing nothing for us. But we've got an 8, so let's find 8 in these remaining dominoes. 8, 2, 2, 4, 4, 1, keep tracking the second digit, 1, 5, 5, 9, 9, 7, 7, 3, and there we go. That is the end of the puzzle. Fantastic. So that is very approachable. Thank you to the tester for making it more straightforward, and thank you very much to Halen for sending it. It's a nice construction. We did have some learning experiences along the way. You do often get that, and it's a good puzzle. I hope you enjoyed having a go at it. I hope you had a good time in either of the 2 senses, i.e. either I hope you had fun, or I hope you recorded a very quick time. Anyway, thank you very much as always for watching us on the channel. Hope to see you again soon. Bye for now.